Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sonia Denice, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a children's book author and a public speaker for child safety awareness and bullying. I am so excited to come to you today because my message is to teens and young people. I want to talk to the young people about achieving their goals and becoming all that they can be in the year of 2015 and ahead. I believe that this is your year to achieve your goals, your year in becoming successful, your year in discovering who you really are so that you can fulfill your purpose and destiny in life. You have a date with destiny. Starting this year, you are on your way. However, I want to discuss with you about the dream killers that would try to stifle you and hold you back and keep you from obtaining your dreams. Now, before I get really into my message that's from my heart, I want to remind my viewers and my supporters of the $1 campaign that I have going on right now, starting this year. We need your gift of $1 to keep the vision moving and going, and the cost of overhead. It costs a lot of money to go into to various schools and organizations to prepare seminars and packets and our props that we use and a lot of information that we provide in order for my husband and I to have a successful seminar. And if you go to my website at www.kidshaveavoice.com, you will be able to see a lot of seminar testimonial videos and photos of places that my husband and I have gone, where I have spoken, because it is so important that we teach parents and our teens and children the lures that predators will use to try to take them away from a loving and safe environment. And it's up to us to give them a fighting chance by educating them about those lures and how to fight back in protecting themselves. And also we talk about bullying. Now, you know, bullying is not cool. And so we give a message of life, a message of a safe life and of hope. And we see bullying going on in schools, amongst our young people, amongst our politics, and in the streets and all over the world. And this has to stop. So if you go to our website and you need to contact us on bringing us to your location, please contact me through my website at www.kidshaveavoice.com and send your $1 donation to 106 North Denton Tap, that's two separate words, Box 179, Coppell, Texas. Coppell is spelled Coppell, Texas, and the zip is 75109. Again, please send your $1 donation or more to 106 North Denton Tap, and that's Box 179, Coppell, Texas. Zip code is 75109. And that information will be on the bottom of my YouTube channel, the bottom of the video, for those of you who missed it. But if you're able to send your $1 gift, and even if you're able to send much more, we need it and we would greatly appreciate it. And thank you in advance for that. Now, also, one last final thing. Go on my website and order the book Saved by a Whistle. This is an awesome tool that you can use, again, with your children, that they can learn about the valuable safety lessons in order to live safely. It's a wonderful, wonderful story, fully animated, wonderful colorful pictures, and an excellent story that children will enjoy reading, but while at the same time they're learning valuable, life-changing safety lessons that would help protect them. So please, you can order the softcover book on my product page, and also you can download the ebook. Just go right there on my website and do so. Now let's get back to talking about your purpose and your dreams in life and achieving your goal. Listen, young people, I believe in you. But you've got to believe in yourself. You are born with the purpose. You have a stamp of approval and of success only on your life that only you can achieve. But there are so many dream killers and things that are out there that will try to keep you from obtaining your goal. And one of those dream killers, and I'm going to jump right into it, is the feeling of low self-esteem, inadequacy, in making you feel like you're not qualified, as if you're not worth anything. That can also lead to suicide. Suicide is not an option. I find in the news all the time, almost every day, you hear about young people taking their lives at young ages, young teens, even children and young adults, because they have not been able to overcome the negative voices and things that have bombarded their lives and situations. And for some reason, they feel that suicide is the only way out. And it's not. Suicide is not an option, but life is. And it is important, as long as you have breath in your body. Take a deep breath. As long as you have that breath in your body, you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world, starting by making a difference in your own life. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time that you took a good look at yourself in the mirror? I'm not saying take a look at yourself in the mirror by checking your hair or, you brush your teeth, women put on their makeup and men shave and all of that. I'm not talking about looking in the mirror just to look at the exterior part of you and checking yourself out. But I'm talking about looking into your soul by looking in your eyes. Look deep in your eyes and find out who you really are. You can see inside yourself, your soul, by looking through your eyes. Just your eyes. And many of us need to do that and reintroduce ourselves to ourselves and find out why we're here and what our purpose is in life. You have a purpose. You have a date with destiny. You are successful. And it is important that you tap within the beauty of yourselves and find out who you really are and the treasures that lies within, and bring those treasures out. But you can't do that if you are not here, if you don't exist on this earth. You have to be here. I know it's tough. When I was young, I was picked on. It seemed like I couldn't get a way out. I don't know why people gravitated to me to pick on me, to pick a fight, talk about me, pull me down. And I wish at that time I had strength enough and courage enough to say something. Sometimes I fought back, and sometimes I said some things to try to protect myself. But I still felt very weak and helpless. And it led me to having such a low self-esteem and having an inferior complex in my life that it carried throughout my teens and young adult life. And I struggled with how I look. I struggled with the way that the way I was, and I didn't feel that my life mattered. And I always allow other people to establish my self-worth instead of establishing my own self-worth. I allowed people to manipulate me, bully me, pull me down. I allowed people to steer me in paths that were not meant for me. I allowed people to take what was precious of mine, excuse me, and just give away my most precious jewels, which is a part of me, to people who didn't care. And even being subjected to abusive relationships. And if you're in an abusive relationship with a man or with a woman, Get out. You don't belong there. Your self-worth is not determined by that person who is treating you in such a negative manner that they're causing you to lose a part of who you are. Run away from that situation. If you're in an abusive home and you're being abused by your parents or your parent, you don't belong in that situation. And I know you love them, but no one should succumb to any kind of physical abuse and verbal abuse to a point that you're losing who you are and you're feeling like your life, your existence doesn't matter. Seek help. Even if you have to go to a counselor, someone at your school, an adult, someone that you trust, maybe your mentor, and open up and share with them what you're going through and say, look, I love my parents and I need a way to communicate to them as far as what they're doing to me that's hurting me. But I need you to be there as a buffer, as an advocate, as a helper while I talk to my parent or parents. Because it's important that I live. It's important that I succeed in life, and I feel as if they're hurting me and bringing me down. And that could be your parents' wake-up call. And yours as well. And that can bring about change in your relationships, in your life, so that you can begin to heal and live again. And parents, if you're listening, don't take your frustration out on your kids or your child. If you're upset, if you're impatient, if you don't like what's going on in your life and you don't like who you are, who are you to take it out on your kids, your child? They're gifts to you. Whether you ask for them or not, you have them. They belong to you and they are a gift. And their lives matter. And what you say to them and what you do to them, it has an impression on their lives that can be lasting, that can affect them in so many negative ways that could lead them to hurt other people, which is called bullying, because you're bullying them. You won't love them. You won't face up to your own self and your own problems. Your problems are not their problems. You're responsible for getting help for yourself. And I'm sorry, you may have been dealt a bad hand in life, but I'm here to tell you, don't take it out on your children. Seek help, because as long as there's breath in your body, you can make a difference in not only in your own life, but in the lives of your children and the people around you. You don't have to stay there either. Your children are looking at you. Your children are watching you. Your children need you. Your child needs you. And you need yourself. And you need your child. You need your children. Get help. Individual help and collective help, meaning together with your family, get some help. But young people, speak up, talk, stand up for yourself. Don't listen to the negative voices that come in your ear or from other people that are telling you you're ugly, you don't matter. You can't do this because of the color of your skin. You can't do this because you're not educated enough. You can't handle this type of work because I know for a fact that it takes a certain caliber of a person in order to achieve in this line of work or in this field of entertainment or acting or music or becoming a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is. You do have what it takes to make a difference in your life and in the lives of others. But you can't make a difference by listening to the positive listening to the negative things and allowing the negative things to hold you back. You have to look inside yourself. And like I said, those treasures that are hidden inside, bring them out, if it means one by one, discovering who you are and your purpose in life. And surround yourself with people who care about your well-being, who believe in you and believe in your dreams and your high aspirations that you have about yourself and who you are. Gravitate to those things that are going to help you get ahead in life. How do I find those things out? You know, I love to write and I love to sing. I love acting. I love people. And you know what? When I was young, I used to stand in front of the mirror. And my parents, my dad can tell you this. And you know, my mom, she's deceased. But if she was here, she would tell you. But I would spend a lot of time in the mirror, and I would sing and I would talk to myself, and as if I was talking to millions of people. And I couldn't wait to get home to do that. I couldn't wait to get alone to do that. But you know what? That I was developing my dream. I was discovering who I really am. And I'm doing it now. I'm a writer, I sing, and I love people. I'm here today talking to you about your dreams. But that was developed a long time ago. And sure enough, there were dream killers. There were things in my life that came against me to try to pull me down. And one of those things was date rape. I was date raped. There were men in my life that physically abused me and verbally abused me. And I put my self-worth on these people. I established my self-worth through these negative men that meant no good to me. But you know what? I discovered when you get tired of being sick and tired of being abused, rejected, and hurt, and misunderstood, knowing that you have something inside of you that's good and positive to give, you're going to start fighting back. But you got to know how to fight back. And if that means, first of all, getting out of that situation, running as far as you can away from that type of abusive relationship or environment, that's fighting back. And if it's educating yourself, however you can get that information in you, that education in you about what it is that you want to do in your life, and you focus in on that, and not allow anything to distract you from achieving your dreams and your goals, then do that. That's a way of fighting back. Again, like I said before, by getting with people who care about you. And then when you discover your gifts and talent, you educate yourself further in that area so that you can begin the walk and the journey of fulfilling your goals and your dreams in life in that. That's a way of fighting back. And every negative word that comes against you, use that as a launching pad to push yourself forward into saying, I am somebody. I matter and I have a purpose in life and I will achieve it, doggone it. I'm gonna achieve it, and you can't stop me. If you can't help me, if you don't have anything to say, listen, I don't have time and I'm moving right along. And sometimes you might find yourself being alone, but you're really not. Sometimes you need to be alone. You need to have some time to heal and some privacy and time to rediscover who you are, and reading books and watching educational programs or videos, anything you can to reconnect with the person you are inside of you so that you can begin to fall in love with yourself and start doing those things that you were destined to be. Connect with the true beauty that's inside of you. And also, I say, connect with God. Because with that, with connecting to God and connecting with the beauty inside of you, you're going to go far in life. Very far. But like I said, it's not going to be easy. But let me ask you a question. If everything was easy in life, if everything was smooth, you never had any problems, and everything was just perfect, how would you grow? How would you be able to help other people in their circumstances and situation? How can you effectively communicate with other people and bringing them up and helping them achieve their goals if you hadn't gone through anything in life? If you hadn't had any test in life? After all, what is a true testimony? It's someone who have gone through several tests and may have failed, but learned from their failures and mistakes to a point that you began to start getting a hold of the message and learning from your mistakes and start passing those tests, and to a point that you achieved your goals or on a right path, and now you become a great testimony to others. That's what it's all about. Life is full of challenges. Now, some things we bring on ourselves, and we have to take a look at ourselves and say, okay, let's do a self-assessment. What things have I caused on myself, or even negative things that I caused upon other people? What can I do to change that? What can I say? Where can I begin to change and to rebuild, and restructure my life and relationships? Look at those things and don't get depressed and don't get down and say, man, I sure did a lot of things to hurt myself. I sure did a lot of things to shortchange myself. I sure did a lot of things to hurt other people. I don't deserve success. I don't deserve to be here. I don't deserve good things. Oh, yes, you do deserve it. The fact that you can admit you're wrong is the first key to success. One of the main keys, I say, to success. The fact that you're able to admit your shortcomings and then do something about it. And it's going to take time. But let me share something with you. If you did something to hurt others and you truly have forgiven yourself and you have gone to that person and asked that person to forgive you, if that person chooses not to forgive you and they want to try to hold you in the prison of their mind and of their demand, you do not have to succumb to that. You are not responsible of how they feel towards you after you have asked for forgiveness. Now I understand that it's going to take some time for people to heal, depending on the things that you may have done, and you give them that time. But if someone wants to get revenge on you and they want to hold this against you and put you in a prison or a box, and they want to make you feel that you owe them something, and that because of what you did, no, you're free now. You're free. Now, it's just like there was a process or a time for you to come to the realization of what you were doing was wrong, and it took time for you to change who you were and becoming a better person. And now you are looking at some of the mistakes and failures and things that you may have caused, not just upon yourself but on other people, and then you took that time to go to these people and ask for forgiveness and say you're sorry. That person who wants to hold you hostage, no. I say to you, if you're wanting to hold someone hostage, you need a wake-up call also. You're going to have to let go and say, yes, these things happened to me and I was hurt, but I got to let it go so that I can move on and live a healthy life in the relationship. Because if you don't, you're going to take it out on other people. Trust me, you will. So both sides, both parties need to let it go. The person who may have done the hurt and the person who was the victim of that both need to be forgiven. You need to forgive each other and forgive yourselves and let it go and move on. Just say with me, let it go. All that happened in 2014 and beyond, and previous rather, let that stuff go. Let it all go. And look at what you have now so that you can move forward. Okay? Be happy with who you are. And if you don't like where you are, as long as there's breath in your body, let's take another breath. Let's just breathe. As long as there's breath in your body, you could change. You have time to change. You have time to make a difference. Because isn't it all about helping other people? Your success, your change in life is about helping other people, making a significant mark that is positive on other people. Isn't that what life is about? It's not about me, myself, and I, or us four and no more. It's about helping others achieve their dreams and aspirations and goals in life. If you came out of an abusive relationship, then help someone who is in an abusive relationship that is crying out for help. Don't judge people once you get free. Don't forget where you came from, honey. Don't forget that. Check yourself. Pinch yourself. Look at yourself and say, okay, I've been there. I know what's going on. Now let me come back. Let me come back to myself. That's a reality check, and let me start helping other people instead of judging people. Look, I am 48 years of age. My husband, I'm not ashamed to say he's 63. He's Hispanic, and of course I'm African American. So you can imagine the odds and what people have said about us. But do I care? I love my husband. I love every part of him. And there are people that are close to us that we know that don't care about us, that don't care for me. They've done things to try to disrespect me, But do you think in the least that I'm going to allow what someone says or think of me hold me back from loving the man that I believe that God has put in my life, and he feels the same way too? We're not here to please people. That's not the goal here, guys. We're not people pleasers, okay? We're here, first of all, to discover the gift of life that is inside of us so that we can channel it outwardly to other people and helping them. And if people don't like you for their own selfish reasons, that's their problem, not mine. And you know what? There are people along the way, as long as you're doing what they say do, as long as you're giving them what they want, then they're going to hang around and be somewhat your friend or say that they love you when actually they're mooching off of you. You're stifling people. You're stifling if you are adult and you have kids that are grown, you're stifling your kids if you're still supporting them. You owe it to yourself to let them go and learn on their own and their own mistakes and let them be the adults that they are. And if they're mad at you, let them be upset. Let them be upset. But don't you get upset. Love them. Pray for them. Keep moving forward. But don't let anybody, not your kids, not your family, not your peers, no one put you in the grave. Don't do that. Young people, why do we want to allow other people to establish our self-worth? If you don't think you're worth something, then other people are not going to treat you as if you're worth anything. You establish your own self-worth, okay? And that takes time. And that may even be or mean being alone sometimes until you connect with the right group of people or right person that is for you and not against you. We don't have to rush young people into relationship. If you're a young lady, don't let a man or material things establish who you are and your self-worth. If you're a young man, don't let a woman establish who you are and your self-worth. You establish that yourself. So when you get these little guys and gals that come in your life that want to use you and take advantage of you and put you down, you can say, hold up, wait a minute, not here. I know who I am, and I'm not taking that, and move right along. Don't worry about what they're thinking. Don't worry about what they're saying. If it's not helping you, push forward. Push forward. And if you don't have a group of friends at this time in your life that you can gravitate to, that have the same visions and goals in life, then it's important that if you go to a library or there's a lot of information online that you can watch, educational videos and uplifting videos and so forth, that you could just for the time being gravitate to help build yourself up so that you can be like a magnet and attract good people, attract good things, because you have to keep putting in positive things in you, especially when you break away from those things that are negative. So keep putting that stuff inside of you, good stuff. And watch the music that you're listening to, because there's so much negative messages that are going on in our music and things that are not helpful to us. Don't listen to that junk. Yes, you say, oh, but it has a good beat and I want to dance to it, but the lyrics are demeaning and they're putting you down or putting women down or putting men down, putting relationships down, putting other people down. You don't need that stuff going inside of you, because what goes in will come out. And you have to be careful of that. So young people, you can and you will achieve your dreams if you make just some minor adjustments. And you don't have to feel insignificant. You don't have to feel like you don't matter. You don't need to feel that way. Talk to yourself, as I said before. Look in your eyes and see the beauty that lies within. See the strength that you have and gravitate to that strength. Oh my goodness. You matter. You matter to so many other people. You don't even realize that, because you're too stuck on yourself. And you're too busy trying to keep up with your other peers. Material things don't matter. And parents, stop trying to give your kids everything to keep up with the Joneses. That's not going to help them inside. That's not going to build character inside of them. That's not going to help them be responsible. Some things they're going to have to wait for. Some things they just can't have. And some things they're going to have to work for. You know? And don't cripple your children. Don't do that because of your own selfish needs or insecurities. But young people, don't take advantage of your parents. You have to get to a point where you say, you know, I appreciate you, Mom, or I appreciate you, Dad. I appreciate you both, but I want to do this on my own. I need to do this on my own. I need to figure some of this out on my own. But I also need your guidance too. I don't need you to, don't tell me what to do, but help guide me now that I'm older. You as young people have to take some responsibility too, and don't always get mad at your parents, or your parent that is trying to do something to help you. You know what? Parents are not perfect. We missed the mark many times. And a lot of times parents don't know. They just don't know. And they're just discovering their mistakes, that they've made. And so a good parent would come back and apologize to you. And a good child would say, I accept your apology, and even take ownership of their own mistakes. Let's make some changes in our lives this year so that we can move forward, so we can get to our destination in helping other people, because that's what it's all about. Wow. I appreciate you for allowing me to come to you today in your home or in your school or wherever you are. And I'm hoping that you really take in the words that I have spoken today into light. And I know that there are a lot of other good people with a lot of positive messages that are out there. I'm just a messenger. I'm a helper. I'm not famous. I'm not a well-known, renowned author or a famous singer or a famous celebrity. I'm just a person who happens to care about other people. I care, guys. I care because I know what it was like to be hurt, to be abused, to be rejected. I know what that was like. But I had to rediscover myself. I had to say, enough is enough. And I was responsible for getting the help that I needed. And so are you. You don't have to live a lie. You don't have to hide behind a mask. You don't have to live beneath your privilege. You were born with a purpose and a destiny that leads to so much life and success in helping so many other people. Start helping the people who are around you, in your family, in your community. Once you've learned to help yourself, once you overcome an addiction of some sort, help someone else. Please take this YouTube video and post it on your YouTube channel or your Facebook or Twitter, everywhere. Pass this message along and be a helping hand to others. And please don't forget to donate the $1 to our organization, to our business, and send that to 106 North Denton Tap, P.O. Box 179, and that's Coppell, Coppel, Texas 75109. I'm so right now emotionally full and caught up because, wow, you matter to me, young people. Invite me, people, to your school, your church, and your organization, even to your block watch. Let's have some conversations about who you are and your purpose here on life, about child safety awareness and bullying. Let's make a difference, and let's have this conversation, and invite my husband and I, because we're available. And get a hold of us through our website, and that's at www.kidshaveavoice.com. That's www.kidshaveavoice.com. www.kidshaveavoice.com. I'm saying it so much. Again, thank you, and purchase the book Saved by a Whistle for your young kids, your children, so that they can learn how to protect themselves. You're responsible adults for your kids' safety. And if you don't have kids, you know people that have kids, or be a blessing in your community and bless a school or an organization that works with kids with this book, Saved by a Whistle. I promise you they will be very happy and blessed by it. Thank you again, and tune in next week to my YouTube channel, and we'll get back to me discussing issues that a lot of people have sent emails that they want me to address, and we'll hopefully get back to that on next week. But I just felt in my heart to talk to you young people. Have a wonderful and safe and prosperous new year, and getting to love and know yourself so that you can achieve your dreams in helping other people. Thank you. I'm for you. Remember, not against you. I love you. And how can I do that? I love you because I love myself, and I believe in your dreams, and I believe in your aspirations that you want to obtain in life. I believe in you. Just believe in yourself. Have a wonderful day. God bless everyone. Keep on praying for yourself and this world. Love you guys. Bye.